Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to start off by welcoming back Mayor Jeff Sell. As the mayor of Harleton, right there in Wheatland County, you know firsthand the challenges of lacking access to clean water. Unfortunately, during your last visit here to speak on behalf of your community, you were caught up in all that's wrong with Washington, D.C. You flew all the way out here to share your story and be the voice for rural Montana and for rural America, and you were not allowed to speak. I want to thank you for returning here to share your thoughts. You had to bear additional expense and share your insights on this critical issue that affects thousands of Montanans. Water is a basic need of life. There are rural communities in Montana that lack access to the basics of clean and reliable drinking water. In fact, if you look at this, I've got a picture here I'm going to show in a minute. You're going to see what the quality of water is like in one of the affected communities in Montana. Let's even put that up. This is a picture from Roundup. And you're going to see when you open up a hydrant what we got out of there in Roundup, Montana. In fact, I've got water samples here that were taken from kitchen sinks in Circle, Montana, just east of Harlow and a little bit, pretty much due east. Here's one from the Hance family, taken out of their faucet. Here's one from the Good family. Here's one from the Arneson family. I have more, but I told my staff member, just give me 3. I could show you many, many more samples just like it. These samples were taken from the kitchen sinks in Circle, Montana. We're not talking about a third world country. We're talking about the United States of America. We're talking about Montana. In light of that, I've introduced Senate Bill 685, the Clean Water for Rural Communities Act, with my colleague from Montana, Senator Tester. This bill would authorize 2 Bureau of Reclamation rural water projects critical to Montana, the Musselshell Judith Rural Water System, and the Dry Redwater Regional Water Authority System. Authorizing these 2 projects would be an important step in providing clean and safe drinking water to nearly 36,000 Montanans and North Dakotans. Mayor Sell, Harleton has serious issues with the wells used to provide your town with water. Unfortunately, Harlow is just one example of numerous communities in central and eastern Montana that are facing severe drinking water challenges. The Musselshell Judith Water Rural System would provide a clean and reliable water supply to your area, and I'm impressed by the fact it has a demonstrated benefit to cost ratio of 1.28 to 1. So my question, Mayor Sell, is what benefits can we expect to see if we were to approve this project?
Mr. Chairman, Senator Daines, we realize that authorization of this project does not get us any funding from the federal government at this time. But to use Mr. Cameron's words, it would allow us to get in the queue at the Bureau of Reclamation for future funding if that did become available. Reclamation entered into numerous agreements with the CMRWA over the last 12 years to put this water system together. Reclamation committed time and money, roughly $700,000, to this project already. Basically, with the short construction season that we have in the state of Montana, if this project were authorized, we would be able to access state and local funding to get this project started. And then if our current administration does provide infrastructure funding, like has been talked about numerous times over the last few months, we would have a project that would be completely shovel-ready, and we could get this project built in a very short amount of time.
I think that's something that folks lose sight of when you're from a northern state. We sometimes say we have 9 months of winter and 3 months of bad sledding.
Correct.
And so to restate, what could be accomplished with authorization even if the federal dollars were not appropriated?
We would be able to get probably design, we would be able to get land access rights and the design of the first phase of the project completed, and possibly even get water to the first 2 communities in the first phase of the project, which are Judith Gap and Harleton.
All right. Thank you. I've got some more questions, Mr. Chairman, but I'm out of time. Thanks.